And you know, us sports moms have something to say.
Yes, we do.
We'll have a chance to interview across the board, from athletes to the parents to the coaches to even the trainers.
And we're not afraid to share our journey. We're not afraid to tell other moms what we went through in order to raise up a student athlete. So I believe that it's inspirational.
We able to tell our story, the good and the bad.
We can give back positive information.
Absolutely.
You know, we can empower them.
Yes, I think it's time for the mothers to be a voice.
Yeah, that's it.
It's time for us to let you know what's going on.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is your girl Shannon at Can We Talk Sports. Listen, I am here with my host,
Kawashika. Yes.
and we have.
Hey, Karen, what's up? What's up?
Oh my gosh! Listen, I'm gonna let
We're
Kawashika
back.
start this one. Yeah, when you say we're back. All right. So Kawashika, I'm gonna let you start this one because you look at y'all. She's sporting the CU. So I'm gonna let her go ahead and start this off. Representing
Yes. Shout out to my son up in CU, Colorado. Everybody, I hope everybody being safe. Oh man, this stay at home, it's a blessing.
So your son didn't come home from college?
No, he did not come home. He did not come home, and that's okay. That's okay.
Is he's still on the campus, or he's at some friend's house?
Actually, they have their own home.
Oh, okay.
Yes. He's a junior. So yeah, so they have that, and that's what he said, Mama. I'm still paying $1,000 a month. Listen. So I say, just be safe. Just be safe. I'm praying, So yeah, he stayed out there. But yes, what's been going on, guys?
I'm gonna let Karen go because I need to go last. I'm over here rolling, y'all. I've been watching Facebook. So
hey, I've been trying to get some tissue paper.
Wait, Karen,
I didn't do.
You had me on the floor with your footage.
I did not do like y'all and go buy all that tissue paper. Then I went out to buy some, and it cost $14.74 at Walmart for great value tissue paper.
Yeah, listen,
And
if y'all
I
didn't see that
said
video,
no.
I was on the floor. She say $14 at Walmart, y'all, and I was like, oh my God.
I ain't never bought that much tissue paper at Walmart. I buy that at Sam Club and Costco. I don't buy it at Walmart where I can see an individual wrap tissue paper. Not one that says it's 18 rolls just like it's 72. And I paid $40.
See, that's what you get. You waited to the last minute.
Yes.
And so look, everybody up in their prices on everything.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, it's crazy. I said I've been stacked on some tissue, but today when I went washing, I said, let me go over here to Walgreens and see if they got some more tissue. So they basically had like one mega roll, like one per person, and it's just amazing. It's just mind-boggling that literally you see one per person to get this tissue, and I'm like, okay, God, we here.
Wait, when we went, right? Because we're fine, but we went. So we were at Walmart. She goes, you get one of the tissue and then one of the paper towel. So it's the big bundles of paper towel. My husband gonna say, well, I guess I'm gonna get a saw and cut them in half. I was like, really? Are we doing that now? I stocked up on wipes. I was like,
yes.
Oh, dang. You put wipes down in the toilet?
Yeah, you can put one. When it started, they have the flushable wipes. When all this mess started, I went
flushable wipes.
Because at that time, nobody was thinking wipes, right? So when I went to get them, they were pretty reasonable. So then when I went back again, I guess all the tissue gone, people's kind of
going today,
right?
Yeah.
And so then they go up on the prices. I said, how you just gonna go up on the price like that for real? But I had already stocked up on wipes, so I
got Kleenexes. I said I can use.
It's soft. It's very soft.
And then
it worked.
Somebody told me that, you know what, you need to go back and get you some rags and some bleach. You know that's how they did in the old day before they had tissue.
Yeah,
Some
y'all gone
rag.
too far. Y'all gone too far with the rags and the bleach. I'm sorry, that ain't gonna happen. No, I'm good. I'm good. So this staying at home. Hey, did y'all see that video footage of the dad? And he was on a call like we are. He was on a FaceTime with a company, and his little boy bust through the room. And then right after that, his baby bust through in the walker. And I guess it was the nanny.
Yes.
And I don't know if it was the nanny or the wife. And she comes sliding in there like she playing baseball to grab the kids.
Yes. That remind me of Miracle with the show, y'all. I was I tagged y'all. I said, y'all look at this. I tagged our producer. I was like, look at this. Who does this remind you of? Oh, I called her in. I called her in. Oh, Lord, I called her in.
Did you say Miracle?
That's Miracle.
See, there she is.
There she go.
See, there we go.
I have fun with my school.
Yeah, she missed her school.
She missed her school.
And I have fun with Mom and my grandma and Kim with medicine and with Deeps and with Erin.
All righty then.
Good. And then mommy work, okay?
I'm gonna put it on.
Okay.
And then the kid, and then the mama working, she decided to tape her kid to the floor.
There it goes.
Yes,
There it goes.
You gotta show it.
Okay, go get the car. Go get your phone. Okay.
Oh, where's my toy?
Oh no, go.
Oh my God. And then wait, think of the baby. Oh, this mess is funny. But watch the nanny. I don't know if it's the nanny or the wife. Oh, watch she slide trying to get out. Look, she's dragging him. Oh man, I must have laughed so hard. I know he was like, Jesus, when are they going back to school? But yeah, I've seen some funny stuff. Mom's taping the kids to the floor. Oh, it's been crazy. But hey, I want to shout out to the 9 teams. Congratulations to the guys that from the XFL did get signed to the NFL. Yeah, there's some guys that were signed from the XFL to the NFL. So a big shout out to them. It's like there's not much you can report about sports because no one's playing sports, but
right.
You know, they are trying to move forward. So, you know, then there was a post that this is supposed to last to what?
The 30th.
So
absolutely.
Yeah, the NCAA is reporting that sometimes this month they're going to make a decision on what they're going to do for spring league, because spring ball is now, and that's for college and how they're going to handle the redshirting, how they're going to handle giving you that extra year back. Now it doesn't include football. Football and all that is excluded. It's just from basketball, the AAU, or the spring, which is what baseball. You're getting ready to go into spring football now. Softball, yeah, because right now spring in high school and even in college, because all the colleges miss their spring games.
I was going to say that. Yeah, it starts in April.
Yes,
it starts in April, so they will be missing it. Absolutely,
right. High school spring starts up, the guys start training and stuff. So actually I coach one of a young man. We do like a little life coaching, and we were talking today. He's a sophomore, and I said, this is the time, because the week you gonna see who's who out of this situation, because you don't have no gym to go to, you don't have your teammates to go and run routes with, to go shoot ball with. This is a you one-on-one. We gonna see what you really made of when this lifts.
I just got chills. So, that is so real.
Like I told my daughter, I said, you ain't got no basketball court to go to right now, because there's some parks that won't even let you. They've closed their gates that you can't even play outside basketball because so many people gather there. So I was like, we gonna see what you made of. You know what I'm saying? You're training at home, going out running, running around the neighborhood, getting your cardio up. So this is gonna be, we gonna see what a lot of these athletes are really made of.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
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 So that's
why it's good. Yeah. I mean, I can imagine for my son, he working. He is nonstop. It's like I want to say a habit, but it's a good habit. It's a
Yeah.
good habit.
Yeah.
Yes. And then I see my oldest, he been working with his youngest brother, and out playing and saying this is the next Nixon. So yeah, they getting it in.
Yeah.
Out in out in the park.
Yeah.
Yeah. When
We'll see what
nobody
they made
telling
of.
them to do it. Right. Like you
Yeah.
said. That's
Yeah,
it.
Jordan started him a fitness video this week. He's gonna go
That's
live on
good.
and training that he does while he's at home. So, like I said, we're gonna see what these athletes are made of, because you ain't got no gym. You know
Yeah.
what I'm
Right.
saying? You ain't got no coach. You ain't
Right.
got
Right.
nobody to run
That's
routes
right.
with. You ain't got nobody to shoot basketball,
You
throw
gotta self
softballs with.
motivate yourself.
You gotta motivate
Yes.
yourself. Right.
Yes.
And
And
Yes.
here's the thing, Shannon. Are they staying healthy?
Yeah.
right. Y'all
Go,
should plug it in. I
don't
ain't
do your
mad at you.
commercial.
Plug it in.
Hi, this
Plug
is
it in.
Kawashka. Please detox with Kawashka. Oh, you sport moms and sports dads and
Karen got her
athletes.
box. I saw you post. Didn't you get your box, Karen?
Yes.
I did.
Yeah. So I guess I gotta
Yay.
join in.
Come
Yeah.
on,
So,
Shannon.
but listen, I want to say this. Me and Karen kind of talk about it, and we're thinking about it. We want to do a live workout. So you can do a live workout with us. We were talking to Jordan about doing a live show, and so everybody will be in their living
Yes.
room from Can We Talk Sports working out.
Absolutely.
Now listen, don't
Yes.
y'all laugh
And
if I
have
sit on the
Miracle, the
side for
kids
about
can
5
be
minutes till I
doing
catch
it.
my breath.
Yes.
Right? So don't laugh if I'm over there talking about, just give me 5 minutes.
I know that's right. Start
But hey,
stretching
that's gonna
now.
be fun, us getting in
Right.
there and
Right.
seeing what, work out ourselves. So
Right. And see, the NutriBursts give you that energy.
I gotta
And
get
here's,
some.
it gives you that energy. And guess what? 10 salads equal to 1 sip. Who eat 10 salads a day?
I don't.
I don't
Come
eat
on.
2. No, I'll
Come
eat
on.
2, but I won't eat 10. That's
Come
a
on.
lot.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's amazing. You'll have this energy. So we'll be ready. We'll be
We'll
ready.
be ready. Okay, we gotta give it a couple of weeks, y'all, and
Yeah.
look for us to go live on the fitness. Fit with the mom,
Absolutely.
fit with the Can We Talk Sports mom. So
Right.
well, we got to move on. Listen, I'm excited about this topic. Okay, now before we come on, because I know we have an author in the back and we have a player, but I'm gonna tell y'all something. Okay, so when Jaden was the 7th grade, 8th grade, the football coach did ask, can Jaden play football? Now I got to give it to my girl because her brothers play football and Jordan's a wide receiver. The girl is cold as a wide receiver. I have to give it to her. I said no on these reasons. It had nothing to do with, I don't feel girls should play or things like that. Me and her talked. We talked about, when you grow up. I looked at things as, her getting hit by these boys. I would want, I don't want nothing to stop where my daughter couldn't have babies. I looked at her physical.
Think of that.
You know what I'm saying, getting hit in the stomach. And these boys are ruthless. I know when I was watching Jordan this year and they did a slow-mo and I was about to get mad. But anyway, he got hit and they played it in slow motion. And that hit, as a mom seeing your boy get hit, I don't know if I could handle seeing my daughter get hit like that from a young man. I ain't gonna lie, I'd probably go on the field and I'd fight him and his mom. Okay, so I'm just gonna be 100, right? So, right. So, but for me, I thought long terms because athletes by time they're what 30, by time they're 40 and 50, they have bodies at the age of 30 or 50-year-olds, right? And I'm looking at my child getting hit in the chest. I'm looking at her organs as a female. That's why I made the decision. And we talked about it because it's like, you want to have kids, you want to get married. I would feel bad for me. Now, I'm not saying all moms. It was just our conversation that, a guy hit her wrong in the stomach and she could never have kids. That was mine. But other than that, hey, hats off to the girls who can play. Them some tough girls out there.
Right.
But for me, I just didn't want her to play with the boys like that. And the coaches were begging, and I was like, she's good at basketball. We're all right. So with that being said, I want to bring on our first guest, Miss Dasia and her mom, because Dasia wrote a book about uniquely made about females playing football, and she actually played. So can we bring Dasia to the show?
Hello.
Welcome.
Hey, how are you? All right, Miss Dasia, listen, I know you heard me in the back talk about my daughter playing football, right?
Yeah.
So that was just my mind, you know. So tell me a little bit about Deja, because we're going to get into how all this came about.
My name is DasiaVu Edmond. I am 14 years old, and I'm currently the author of 3 books. My first book, Uniquely Made, Girls Don't Play Football. She just told you guys a little bit about that one. My second one, Hair Chronicles, The Struggle of Natural Hair. And my third book is a coloring book, color explosion activity book. This journey all came about. It was a very good and interesting journey. I wanted to play football. I used to be on a cheer team, and cheer wasn't interesting to me anymore. So I was like, I asked my mom, I was like, how would you feel about me playing football? And it was a whole experience. I think I want to say that. I think that's the best word. It was experience. It was a journey. And it tells you a little bit about that in my books. And, you know, I do public speaking. I am a gender equality activist because I went through a lot with a lot of people telling me that I couldn't play because I was a girl. And it was a lot of backlash when I first started playing. So I went through all of that, and I wanted my peers to know, you know, you can do whatever you put your mind to. So I try to write that in my books and, you know, inspire anybody I could.
Wow. So, Mom, tell us how that conversation go. Your daughter's cheering, and then all of a sudden it's like, I want to play football. What was that moment in time like?
When Deja first came and told me about that, I wasn't sure that she was really serious, so I kind of blew her off. But as the days went by, she really kept pestering me about playing football. So I wanted to throw the pressure off of me. So I told her, I said, you know what, Deja, if you really want to play, go ask your father and see what he said. Because in the back of my mind, I knew he was going to tell her no. But anyway, she started pestering him, and he was like, why you tell her to come ask me because she plays some football? Girls don't play no football. What's she talking about? So I was like, oh, boy. I said, well, don't worry about it. She'll probably let it die down. Well, a couple of more days, the coaches started coming to me saying, your daughter's disrupting my game. She keeps coming over here talking about she wants to play football. And I'm like, yeah, she asked us that too. I said, just blow her off. She just talking. Well, lo and behold, Deja ended up getting to the district person over the football league. And he had a long talk with her and said, Deja, if this is really what you want to do, you know, we'll let you play. But you got to be serious, and you got to remember, these boys are not going to treat you easy. You know, you're going to have to man up just like they do. So she got the okay from him. And then I said, okay, Deja, go ahead. Because I figured by the time she got her uniform and she did the exercise and everything, and she got hit one time, she would quit.
See, that's a mama. Like I get hit one time. I was scared. I was like, like I get hit one time, she'll be done.
Right.
Okay, so you get the uniform. Okay, wait. What did Dad finally say?
He couldn't believe it. He was like, you told that girl she could play football? What's wrong with you? That girl don't got no business out there on that football team. She gonna get hurt. I'm like, listen, don't worry about it. By the time Deja don't like to exercise, she gonna quit. That equipment is heavy and hot. She gonna quit, so we ain't gonna have to worry about it. But I just wanted to get off my back. So just give her a couple of days. She'll quit. And he wasn't too happy about it, but it backfired on both of us because she ended up liking it, and she was pretty good.
What position?
Wow.
My first year, I played defensive end, fullback, on both sides, and I played offense. Well, I played kick return and kick receive and everything. Second year, I was defensive end center, and I played basically the whole defensive line. By time the end, I stopped playing football. I played fullback, defensive end, center, nose guard, everything basically besides wide receiver and running back.
Wait.
That's what I'm saying. Hold on. I'm over here. Wait, this girl was on the line. Listen, you a bad girl.
Wait, I gotta go back. I gotta go back because she said she's 14 now. So how old was you when you started?
11.
Oh, you weren't playing with dolls then? I thought I didn't play with dolls at the age of 11. I don't know.
I was a busy 11-year-old. I was into everything.
So what made you want to play football? Like,
Well,
seriously?
in my house, Sunday nights was a football night. So every Sunday night we was in the living room watching football. And my dad liked the Pittsburgh Steelers, and me, my mother, and my sister liked the Giants. So, we would always just sit in the living room and just watch football. And it was just like a big thing in my house. And I cheered. And I was always around football players. A lot of people in my grade were playing football. And I was like, I really like this sport. Like, I was always an athletic young lady. I've always played basketball, football, Pittsburgh Steelers. I was always an athletic young lady. When we went outside for recess, I was always playing football with the boys. So I really grew a love for football. And I was like, I want to try this. I can do it.
So basically, mom and dad, that's y'all fault.
Right.
That's their fault. He got in there watching all that football and she got excited and was like, wait a minute, hold on. I think I could do this. Okay. So now you're playing.
Mm-hmm.
How did the boys treat you?
The boys, I knew a lot of them. I went to school with them, and the boys they doubted me. They never called me by my name. For the first year I played, I was always known as the girl. Nobody called me Dasia. Everybody always called me the girl. And me personally, I thought that was a disrespect because I have a name too, and I'm nothing less than you guys because I'm a girl. So I felt like, wow, like you guys don't respect me playing football and, doing what I like to do because I'm a girl. But after a while, they started to realize like she's serious about this and she's kicking our butts. So, they started to respect me. But I was kind of like, you guys didn't respect me when, I first started playing. But now that you see that I have talent and I can do it, you guys want to call me by my name and everything. But it was a journey. They at first they didn't like it at all. But
So did you put a couple hits? Okay, so like on the defense line, you know how you have to line up with each other at practice and hit. Did you hit them jokers?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay. I go home on this one right there because she's, oh yeah, for sure. She didn't even twitch. Oh yeah, for sure. Okay, so how did the other teams, when you would go, when you guys would have to go play other teams, how was the response from them? Did they tease your team like, oh, you guys got a girl? How was that?
Well, I always used to have, cornrows going back to the back of my head because the helmets, I couldn't really have like a point. I couldn't have hair under my helmet. So you can see my braids going in the back of my my equipment, but you can't really tell I'm a girl through my visor and everything. So after the games, when we should have to shake hands with our helmets off, they'd be like, oh my gosh, she's really a girl, and just stare at me the whole time that they're walking in line, shaking our hands, just looking at me. It's all eyes on me. So after the game, there's another teams playing, and we'll always go to like the side fields and play around, play football. And they was like, you were pretty good. Like you were pretty good. Good game. They didn't look at it like anything. And it was a few other teams that had girls on their team. So that was good to see.
Amazing. That is amazing.
Yes. I'm
So
wondering,
Mom, go ahead, Karen.
I'm wondering, did you ever have that girl's cry? You know how that, you can sniff, but then, like a real girl's cry from a head. I'm just wondering.
Yeah, actually, my first coach told me that girls can't play football. I'm not gonna coach you. I refuse to coach a girl on my team, because I don't want you to cry. Like, I don't want you to do this. I'm like, cry? Me cry? No, I'm not gonna cry. Like, I'm gonna suck it up and run back to the line for the next play. But yeah, I heard that a few times.
Oh.
So Mom, during this time, you seeing your daughter out on the field. She's getting hit. She's on the line, getting tackled. Where was your mind at? Where was yours and Dad's?
I was coaching cheerleading at the time, so I was actually on the sideline. And even though we had another coach, I was more so watching the field every time she was on. And I would always make sure when Dasia got her equipment on that she had something different on that I could recognize who she was from the other players, whether she had on one burgundy sock and one gold sock or a headband, something so I would know it was her. So if they fell down, I could look and see whether it was her or not. But my biggest concern with Dasia was if I seen her get hit or something, I would get nervous. But I'd be like, Dasia, don't let that boy hit you like that. Hit him back.
Oh, you a true mama boy.
she always knew, and the coaches would be mad, like, Belinda, get off the field. So it would just be, it was interesting. I was nervous a lot of times, and Dasia took some good hits, but she pretty much held her own. She let me know that, this is what she wanted to do. So all I could do is support her at that point in time.
Now, how was Dad with it? Seeing his daughter get hit?
You know what? He was funny because the whole time he was still fussing and carrying on like, I can't believe you let her play football. But the first game when he was getting her dressed, he was like the proud father, like, all right, Dasia, let me make sure you got everything on. Let me make sure you got the chest pad on right. His chest was poked out. He was proud, because the parents was like, okay, Dasia, you ready? They was very, very supportive. And so I guess once he started seeing them being so supportive, he had to, like, yeah, that's my daughter. And then when he would hear the people in the stand saying, wait a minute, that's a girl, he would just look to see what they were saying, and then he'd be like, yeah, that's my daughter. That's my daughter, so he had his chest poked out.
Look at that. Well, I'll tell you what.
Great.
Okay, so now how did the book come about?
Well, at this time, my mom was actually going back to school for her master's degree. And like I said, I was a busy 11-year-old. I would always bother my mom when she was trying to study. And my mom was studying all the time. So I would try to bother my mom. And she one day she was like, Dasia, go sit down and write a book. And she gave me a notebook. And it came about from there. I actually sat down and wrote a book. And one day, and my mom always told my sister, don't touch that book. Let Dasia write. Don't touch the book. And one day my mom happened to open the book and see it. And she was like, wow, like you actually sat down and you wrote a book. So we talked to my aunt, who's also a writer and a publisher, and she helped me publish my book. And it became about like that. And my mom and my publisher always told me, like, are you serious about this? Are you serious about this? And I was like, yeah, I want to tell my story, and I want to tell people how I overcame all these obstacles.
Wow. So you're like a hero to a lot of young women.
Yes, tough little girl.
Yeah. So
you remind me of me, girl. You get me excited. Yes. Kawashka, go write that book.
Look now, y'all. Kawashka Gary go write her book. Okay. Yes. So you write the book. And how was the response to your book?
It was amazing. People were so supportive. But before I published it, my publisher sat me down and she told me, everybody's not always going to be supportive of what you do. So, you got to ignore that and block it out and just be confident in what you do. And everybody supported me. Like, it was amazing. Like, I wasn't expecting it. And it was amazing. I had a very strong village behind me.
And we had to make sure that she had tough skin, and she knew that once you told your truth, it might be some people that, were not happy about what you put in the book, especially, different stories that happened on the field as she, went through her 3.5 years of playing. But it was her truth. And we just let her know, as long as you stand on your truth, then you can't let nothing, hold you back. This is your truth. This is your story. This is what happened. And you have to tell everything. You can't write a book and just make it sound good. You got to tell your truth. And trust me, Dasia put all of our business, everything you can think of, is in that book.
She said she put all the business in all the business. I got to go get this book, y'all. I got to read this book, mama. Lord. Okay, so how were the young women? In other words, the young girls. So did you have a lot of young girls who emailed you or just thanked you or encouraged them or inspired them to play?
Yeah, I did. For example, one of my favorite memories was I went to a church and I was telling everybody about my story, and I had asked a question in the crowd, have any of you guys been interested in playing football? And I was talking to the young ladies in the crowd, and I saw like 10 hands get raised, and I was asking, why didn't you guys play? They was like, oh, my mom and my dad didn't let me. And they were like, thank you for telling me this story. Now I feel inspired to go and play some football. So when I hear that, it's just awesome. Like, it's amazing to hear.
And one of the parents was actually in the audience, and he was like, "Oh, thank you. You really started some trouble in my household. Now I have to deal with her wanting to really play football." So it was really good. It was so funny. He bugged us for the rest of the evening, but she just explained to him they have equipment now that basically is made for girls, because the first year when Deja actually started playing football, the coach told her, "Listen, she has to get a cup." And we like, "A cup for what? Like, she don't need a cup." And that was one thing that was really driving Deja crazy. She was like, "Why do I have to wear a cup?" And I'm like, "Oh, well, Pop Warner rules say you got to wear a cup. So if you really want to play, we got to find this cup." So it was really interesting because at the second year, they started making cups and more protective gear for the girls that actually wanted to play football. The first year was hard. We had to look in the hockey section to, find protective cups and stuff like that. But I guess more people, girls started playing, and, the equipment started being available, because I know that was a concern of a lot of parents. And I believe, Karen, you mentioned that about, you wanting your daughter to have children. That was a concern, but they had made sure they had all the equipment, in stock for her.
For that. Yeah. I guess so. Your first tackle, I want to say that, and then I want to move on. That first hit, that very first hit, when you laid there, did you go, "What am I doing?" Or did you go, "I'm pissed and I'm about to get you back"? Like, what was your thought?
Besides practice, the first time I got hit is, like my mom said, she was always on the sideline screaming like a crazy person. So, I actually got hit, and I was like, "Did he just hit me like that?" Like, I was like, "Whoa!" And my mom's screaming, "You better get up! Don't let him hit you like that!" So I was like, "I got you, Mom." The next hit, I made sure I lined up head to head with him. I hit him so hard, he was on the ground for a few seconds. I'm sorry, I forgot about the ball for a second, where the running back was running. I just looked at him like, yeah.
Oh my God. So for you, that moment when you got hit, if your mom would have been emotional, do you think you would have responded emotional? Or it's the fact that she didn't respond emotional, that she responded with "Girl, you better get up," that gave you the umph to get up?
Yeah, it gave me the umph. Like, yeah, I got you, Mom. You just watch. I got you.
Okay. I'm like, wow. So now, what are you doing now? Are you still playing ball, or?
Currently, because of the coronavirus, my AAU season is kind of canceled. I play basketball now. I just finished my season on varsity basketball team for Union High School
as a freshman. So I was very proud.
All right, high fives to you. My daughter made varsity when she was in 7th grade. She's a sophomore now. So
good for her.
Yeah, so high five. So that's your sport now, is basketball?
Yeah.
So you feel at that moment that you accomplished something when you played, where they said girls can't play. Is it now that, I can say I played? It's not something that you dreamed of playing professionally women's football, but it was just, I think, I want to prove to you I can play?
Actually, at a point, I really did want to play for professional football, and I thought I could do it. But as I was getting older, I was starting to realize, like, I don't think I was working as hard as I should have been to, accomplish my goal. And I started really getting into basketball and football. I was still playing football, but now I'm really interested in basketball. And at a younger age, us females, we're bigger than most of the boys. But when they start to get older, they get bigger than us, and we're smaller because they're growing. They grow later than us, and they were getting really big, and I wasn't working as hard as I should have been. So I stopped for a year, and after I stopped, I started getting into basketball. So it was like I was more interested in basketball than football.
Thank you, Jesus.
Wow. She said, "Thank you, Jesus."
So
okay.
Hey,
go ahead, Karen.
Where can people find your books?
My books are on Amazon, and I also have my website. It's currently under construction right now, but it should be back up. And my Instagram is DasiaVu Books, and you can purchase my book on my Instagram page. There's a link.
Okay. Well, Mom and Deja, thank you for being on the show.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna make sure my daughter don't watch this. No, I'm playing. No, but listen, my hat's off to you. Wow.
That's
I'm like
amazing.
an amazing, 3 books, you accomplished
Yes.
something, you made a statement, the support of the family, that's huge. So my
That's
hat's off
huge.
to you. Yeah, it really is. So thank you for being on the show. Now we're getting ready to move forward with Big Mama. I know Big Mama got something to say. Lord, I'm gonna be on the floor, y'all. All
Nice to
right, Big
meet you,
Mama, where you
Deja.
at?
Yes. Nice to
Thank you
meet
for
you, Deja.
having us.
You're
Yes,
welcome.
no
See you guys
problem.
Bye-bye.
later.
Bye-bye.
Let's go, Big Mama.
Big Mama. Where Big Mama at? Listen, she lined up with the boys. That I'm gonna
I
get you.
know.
I would have been loved to be there for that one. She
I would have
probably
been crying.
But she remind me of me when I was small. I used to play outside. I didn't play no football, but baby, when I got out there
Yeah,
in
I
the
played every sport, but
apartments,
football, well,
yeah,
flag football, but
yeah,
So yeah, I
it's,
would have
it
loved to
was.
see her hit that boy.
Mm-hmm. It's
Yes.
like a competition. What?
Hey, ladies.
Hey, Big Mama.
Hey, Big Mama.
Go ahead with your hat to the side. Look at you.
Hey. How are you?
Girl, it's this the corona got me. I can't see my stylist. Shucks, it was either the hat or this. I worn the scarf longer. Shucks. I was like, I'll do something different tonight. Hey Deja, hey. I enjoyed her. Um going. I guess my girls went out, so it's my turn. Hopefully you guys can see me and everything is everything.
Mm-hmm.
I guess so. So listen, Big Mama got some things. It's quiet out there. The corona has a lot going on. It has shut down everything. Not just so much, but shut down everything. But I still got a few things that I've been following. A lot of free agency going on out there. A whole lot of junk is going on out of there. We can leave it to the NFL to bring it to us daily to show us the foolishness that they have. So one thing I just wanted Ty Gurley. He is no longer LA Ram. He is headed Georgia. So he's going home per se. He was a Georgia Bulldog. So I think that's a good thing for him. It happened in LA, but he did his thing to me. I mean, 3 time. I want to say 3 time Pro Bowler. I'm not really sure, but I think it's three, maybe two. No, I'm gonna go with three. But I don't know what happened, but it's politics, and so you just go where the check is. Just hey, wherever you want me to go. So it's a good thing for him. So TG, keep your head up, do your thing when you get to the ATL. Uh, to the ATL. I'm gonna leave that alone. But anyway, um, we still old Sham Cam. We don't know where he gonna land, but I hope Cam. I'm pulling for you, baby. Go to a warm climate because I've seen your wardrobe, and I know you are able to pull it off wherever you go. So I just wish for warmer weather for you. So we'll see what happens with old Sham Cam going over there to wherever he may land. But my last thing is Jameis Winston. So Jameis, he got his job cut, gone. Old Shady Brady going down there to Tampa Bay to take over for him for a little bit. But Jameis, I'm still trying to follow you. I'm pulling for you. You were a favorite for me, quarterback, and I just, saw big things for you. You've done well, but how do you lead in passing and interceptions at the same damn time? Who does that? So now I've been wondering. I'm like, what's wrong with the baby? What's going on? You know, all of a sudden he come out the bag, boom, 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 they up. And then all of a sudden. So now I see you went to go have some LASIK eye surgery because you refused to wear your contact lens. So you lost your job because you didn't want to wear your glasses? What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? You lost your money, your for sure money, because you didn't want to wear your contact lenses of your glasses. So you got 30 touchdowns, 30 interceptions. Who does that? Now you out here in these streets looking for a job. But come on down there to New Orleans. We ready for you. Who that, baby? Come on, we need Drew need a little help. We'll see what you can do down there. But you're gonna have to wear your glasses. Now I don't know if this LASIK surgery, because I do know um, being in the medical field, LASIK surgery only lasts for a while. And then you're going to have to end up being in some readers. But you can't come to New Orleans looking for nothing. You're going to have to put your readers on, put your glasses on, and do your work. But that's all I have this evening, Big Mama. I'm still, no. One thing for sure, I'm sending prayers to Coach McDaniel's family, one of our track coaches over in DeSoto. Here I am with my Eagle shirt on tonight. But we're praying for his family. Really, really tough blow to the track community. So you have all of our love and your prayers with you on going through this time. And to all of those who have had family members to succumb to the virus, to everything that's going on. But he really, really had a great track program. He really did some great things in the community, and he made way for a whole lot of young people. So, we love you, man, and we're praying for your family that God keeps them. So that's all that Big Mama has tonight. So, hey, girls, hey.
Hey. Y'all on mute.
What's going on?
So they over there
on mute. We on mute. Hey.
Oh, y'all on mute.
They was on mute, Big Mama.
I'm still stuck in this house with Coach. He ain't got no truck. Y'all, he looking at me. Baby, you better go on. Because I'm still working.
Coach.
Wait, didn't y'all just celebrate 5-year anniversary?
Yeah.
Congratulations, Big
Mama. Congratulations.
Anniversary. 5 years. Congratulations. Yay.
Yeah. He's a good dude. He's a good dude. But yeah, I promise you, it is definitely the way he loves me.
Amen.
Who got a reckless mouth is me. So I know for sure that it's the way he loves Big Mama. Because there ain't no other way we would survive.
Lord have mercy. We don't, Big Mama. We don't want to hear about Big Mama. We don't hear about you on the news through this coronavirus situation. You and Coach over there.
It's some dog days over here. But what Beyonce says, what 1 + 1 is 2. But she says that you have enough love for the both of us. And I tell you right now, the man is he's making his mark because I've always wanted to work at home because I think that the craft that I do, I can bring that home and I can do that from anywhere in the world. But I did not think that I would have him as my co-worker. And I am not pleased. Big Mama is not okay. Somebody, send me some help. Big Mama is not okay. This is not the co-worker I envisioned.
You gotta work from home too.
I'm working from home, but shout out to Coach because man, he is in there on breakfast. He is in there. The chef is on duty. Do you hear me?
Okay.
And so we'll give him his props right there.
Amen.
All right, Coach. Keep on, Coach.
So how you guys doing? Y'all good? Y'all
doing
all right?
good. We're doing good. We're excited about our next guest because we talking about women playing football. You know, so.
Yeah, Dasia, that's a bad little girl right there. Right? I like that.
I know, right? I'm like, okay. So
I'm all over that book. So we need that website.
Right. Look, her mama said she was telling everything in that book. I'm like, oh, let me go get this book. What's she talking about? So, all right. So listen, Big Mama, we love you. We are getting ready to move on to our next guest. We are going to bring Tracie to the show. She is a professional female football player. So I can't wait to hear this journey and her story. So can we bring Tracie to the show? Hey, Tracie.
Hi. How are you guys doing?
Welcome.
I know you weren't here
Hello.
laughing at us. I know you was
I know.
cracking up at
I
us.
was just cracking up, boy.
I'm telling you.
That was
So
funny.
let's dig right in. Tell us
Okay.
about Tracie so we can kind of move forward in your journey of playing football.
All right. So, like I said, my name is Tracie Williams. I am a 50-year-old professional football player.
Wait, stop. Did you say you're 50?
Yes, ma'am. I'm 50.
Look good.
Thank you.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody,
Yeah.
put your fingers up and do the snap. I wouldn't have never taken you for 50.
Yes. Yes.
I would have taken you in your 30s. Wow.
No. I wish. I wish I could go back in my 30s,
bad
man.
Girl, what?
If I could go back in my 30s, girl, they don't tell her where I'd be right now. I'm talking about some.
I know we all saying
the
that.
endorsements
Okay.
are good now, but oh Lord, nah. I think they're better now because I am an older female football player. So everybody sees that and they're like, "What? Hold on, you
Yeah,
did
I
what?"
would have never took you for 50. I would.
Yeah.
I had you in your 30s. Okay. So tell us about. Okay, so go ahead and continue. I had to stop for a minute. Like, wait, what?
It's okay. You're not the only one. So anyway, I have been playing. I started playing football at the age of 38. For the simple fact that when I was growing up, there was no football. I couldn't be like Deja and go and play football with the guys. Back in our days, you only played volleyball, basketball, and track, and that was it, or softball. But that was it. That's the only sport you could participate in. And when I got older, that's when I realized that, oh, okay, there is a women's football team. Wow. But I was 38 years old when I started playing. My first year. 38.
So did you go get a trainer?
No, like I said, I've always been an athlete all my life. I played basketball. I had a scholarship at San Diego State for basketball. And so I've been an athlete all my life. I ran track. I played volleyball. And so I've been an athlete. And then when I graduated college, there really wasn't, unless you went overseas and played basketball, there was really nothing else to it, or coached. And I didn't want to coach. These kids are bad these days. I couldn't do it. So, hey, ups to the teachers. I don't know how they do it, even how the parents are doing it right now. But it wasn't for me. So I went into the medical field, started, doing medical things. And but that was it. And then just working out, I still continued to work out every day, run, work out. And I was at the gym one day, and then one of the guys, Jermaine Jones, he played for the Cleveland Browns. And he was telling me about the women's football team. And he was like, I think it would really be something you would be interested in. You look like you could play. And I was like, yeah, but I'm a little girly, because I am kind of girly. And he's like, no, I think you'll do it. So he gave me the website. I went to the website. And at that time, they were just getting ready to have a training camp, tryouts. And so I went to the tryouts, made the first tryout, got called back to the second one and the third one. And then I've been playing ever since then.
Wow.
Hey, Brian, you got that picture? Show how girly she is. I'm like, got that picture of her?
No, not that one.
And the black dress.
Yeah.
It's maybe I didn't send it to you, but it was one. She's in a black dress and her heels on.
Oh yeah, I'm a stiletto girl. I might get off the bus or the plane or wherever we are, and I'm gonna have on my stilettos, and everybody else are like flip flops or.
She goes to the mall
with the stiletto.
With the stiletto.
Oh, you
so
bad.
There's two. Now let me ask you this: there's two different types of girls football, because I've seen the ones where they in Mississippi. Yeah. I don't know what that is. And then there's the ones where you're fully in pads, right?
Okay, so we are the ones that are fully in pads. So she's talking about the lingerie lead. Yes, there is a lingerie lead, but we're fully clothed, helmets, shoulder pads, everything. It's full. You have to be fully clothed. But some of the girls do let their stomachs out, We even have big girls that have their stomach hanging. And it is kind of funny though.
There she is. Look at her.
Okay. So all right. So she's like, look, don't play with me. Look, I still can bring it. So what position
Like
do
the
you play?
lashes and all. I played corner, but this year I'm gonna convert to safety. Go back to safety.
So how did you pick your position? What was that something you liked or?
No, just during tryouts, they would be like, "What do you have an interest in?" I mean, because it's not like NFL, you have a combine, which they're starting to do now. It's gone a lot farther now, but we didn't have a combine, so we weren't playing forever. So it's like you pick a position and you be like, what are you interested in? You want to play offense or defense? I don't want to be hit. So I'm going to go to defense where I can hit. It's my anger management. No, I don't want to be hit.
Oh, I like that. Yes, I like that. I might need to go play anger management.
It's my anger management. I don't have to get on no pills. I don't have to go see a psychiatrist.
And it's legal.
Take all my and it's legal. Take all my
legal.
frustration out and practice. Yep.
Wow.
Practice and games.
Now, do you guys? Is there a pay involved? Do you guys get paid for it?
There are some pay. Yes, there is some pay. There are women that have sponsors. Like I have a lot of sponsors. They pay for everything. They pay for my extra training. They pay for most of the money goes to the team, and then you do have incentives that you do get. Like, I have personal trainers. I have a weightlifting trainer. I have a cardio trainer, food, whatever I need. I just call them and say, hey, can I get this? I need this? And they're like, hey, sure, yes. But since this Corona thing is going on, it kind of like put a halt on everything. Like the season, we don't even know if we're going to have a season this year. We were supposed to start playing in April. April the 4th was supposed to be our first game. But so we're not even sure where that falls. If they're going to try to push it back a couple of months, we just don't know yet. Since we're opposite of the NFL, we normally run spring and summer. Mm-hmm. And yes, it's hot. So we don't know. We don't know where we stand at, but I'm still training every day. I still get out and run. I still have the trainers come to the house. I have a gym in the garage that's set up as a weight room. I have, all my weights. I have everything I need. So there's no excuse. No excuse.
Right.
Now, let me ask you this. So if they do decide to have the games, what are the ticket prices and where do you normally play the games at?
So our home stadium is at the Frisco Stadium. And tickets usually run about $10 to $12. It's pretty inexpensive. Families can bring their whole families. It's a good outing for families, especially for females, that they could come out and see other females playing, like Dasia's age. We try to, and usually run about. So we try to get them to come out. But it's pretty inexpensive.
What is your response? How do the men? I mean, what is the crowd like?
Can bring their whole families. We have a pretty big crowd. Karen's actually been to a game before, her and some of her friends. So we get a pretty good crowd, and every year it gets bigger and bigger. So hopefully, as the time goes by, it will expand and be like big crowds. Sellout
so
crowds.
how many teams in this league?
So right now there's like about 40 teams, because there's teams all over the US. And then say for instance Texas, there's maybe 4 teams in the whole state of Texas. So we have us, Houston. I think Houston even has 2 teams. San Antonio. So then you have states like California, they have multiple teams because California is so big. There's so many cities there. Yes. Wow. So you have most of San Diego, LA, San Francisco, So.
Wow.
So now do you get the support of other, like the male league football teams?
Yeah.
You get support of them? Wow.
Yes, we do. We get the support of, even like with Katie Sowers, I know everybody's seen the female player from the San Francisco 49ers, the coach. She was actually a player for Kansas City. She actually we played against her for many years.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, so it's not like she just came out of the woodworks and said, I want to coach NFL. No, this girl has been playing for many, many years. And so she knows football. She has actually played as a receiver, and now she's coaching an NFL team. So the sport is just really, it's really expanding. It's really getting to women are actually getting into the NFLs as coaches. I think there's 3 women that's coaching in the NFL now. So
amazing.
My son, when he was on the 49ers last year, he said, Mom, she's cool. He says she knows her stuff. So she was actually his coach because he's a wide receiver, and he spoke very highly of her. Yeah. So he said she knows her stuff. So
yeah, she does. She's actually a player. Like I said, I've been playing this is my 13th year. And she started a year after I did, and she's played. We played them many of years.
So what do you plan on after you're done, retired? What is your next move? Are you planning on coaching or?
Yes, I do. I plan on coaching. That's where I have coached boys, 8 and 10-year-olds. And it was fun. It was interesting. I enjoyed it. It was more, I got pretty much a lot of more respect from the boys than the guys. And I don't know if it was more that they tend to see you as a mommy figure, but you have to kind of explain to them, look, I'm not your mom. I'm not your friend. I'm your coach, I'm your coach, Miss Tracie, Coach Tracie, Miss Tracie, oh, I'm hurt. Are you okay? Go on back out there. I don't have no sympathy for you right now. Go back out there. Catch me in a few minutes, and then in a few minutes we may talk. I'm gonna see how you're doing. But it's harder to get more respect from the male coaches than we do from the parents of the players. Yeah, and that was the hard part for me because I wanted to, especially with me being a defensive player, I more wanted to teach these boys how to properly tackle. And they were just like, we don't have time for that. No, we do. We're going to make time for this because they need to know, they need to know. So they don't have time to teach them in high school.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
The pushback from the coaches. Yeah.
Yeah. The daddy's ball. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So now there's an article, there's a young lady just signed. I guess is it like the NFL, but it's more of a women's league. She just signed $1 million deal to play football. Is that
track baby?
Yeah.
They haven't started yet, and it's supposed to have been 2 years now that they have supposed to have been started. And we're trying to figure out, even with us, we're trying to figure like where's all this revenue coming from? How are you gonna pay all these players millions of dollars? And you guys are not even playing yet. You guys haven't even started the league yet. Every year it's like they keep pushing it back. So we don't know. I mean, if it does come to that, I need a couple of 100,000. I'm not gonna even ask for $1 million.
She said. So what's the difference with it? It's kind of like it's like you have the women's NBA, the men's NBA. So now you have the NFL, and now you have the women's like NFL. Is this what this is? This league?
I guess we don't know because they're not really putting anything out. We know that they did have a combine tryout, and that was it. That's really all that's came out yet. I know our owner had talked to their owner, and they wanted to try to combine, but our owner was like, they can't figure out where the revenue's going to come from. So, and I guess that's maybe why it keeps getting pushed back every year. They were supposed to start last year. It was supposed to start this year. Maybe they say it's going to start 2021. I don't know.
Right.
We don't know yet. So. But yeah, I put on and I'll go out there and run and do some workouts with some people for a couple of $100,000.
Maybe I'll be one with my stomach out. Be one of the one with the stomach out
too. Yeah. Hey, I go out there with a sports bra on this weekend and just to go out there and run some routes and do some.
You like grab that 100,000 in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
Like
right.
what?
Heartbeat. I don't even. Yeah, look, I don't even have to get that much.
Wow.
This is good.
So now,
This
do
is
you
really
guys
good.
have like, how is like name brands like Nike and Adidas taken to all of this?
So we are sponsored by Adidas.
Okay.
Yes. So all of our gear comes from Adidas. All of our uniforms come from Adidas. All of our cleats, gloves, everything is Adidas. We're not allowed to wear any other brand when we're posting training. Now, for personal use, yes. But like, for instance, if I go out and I videotape some training, I'm not allowed to have any Nike on. Yeah, I just have to strictly wear Adidas.
So now, do you guys get endorsement opportunities like
We do.
photo shoots with Adidas, things like that? Wow.
We did, especially last year when we were in the Super Bowl. It was really blown up, really big. They had a Adidas set out. We were also sponsored by Rydell, which is the helmets. So we only wear Rydell helmets. But yeah, it was in Denver, so it was like, they had it set up anywhere. They had like big photo shoots. They had an all-star game the day before the championship game. So yeah, it was really nice. It was really, really nice.
So when do you plan on retiring?
I don't know yet. I can't say. I always say every year it's going to be my last year, but then every year I get another sponsor. Every year somebody comes back and say, "Hey, I need you to represent me. I need you to represent this brand." So it just kind of pushes me to keep going. So I don't know. I don't know if I have another year in me. I don't know if I have another 2 years in me. I don't know. I feel good right now. I'm still fast. I'm still able to
Now, how is
perform.
it my last question is, how is it physically on you?
I get up every day and I'm just like, wow, let's go.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, I think it's just a God's blessing. I still get up and I'm still able to hang with these 18, 20, 30-year-old, 40-year-old. Sometimes I'm outdoing them and I just look at them and it kind of angers me because, the younger generation, their work ethics is just not up to par
It's not. You're right.
up to us
It's
older.
not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I used to play sports, and it's
Yes.
Our time of work ethics is totally different than theirs because they're used to this glam life workout, right? Like when we had to really work out, there was not a glam life workout. And matter of fact, my sons, when they were younger, met a guy and he had a gym built in his garage. He said, "This that prison workout."
Yeah.
I said, "Wait, what?" He said, "My boys, this that prison workout. We don't do that glam life workout, to get them to the air conditioned gym. You gonna work out. It's hot, it's sweaty. This prison life workout." And so I was like, so his mentality with them was don't get used to that air conditioned workout. It's like now we're saying now with this corona, what are you doing? Where's those athletes that's used to the air condition and the pretty weights, right?
Oh yeah.
Where now you gotta make up some things, you gotta invent some things, you gotta go find the tires. Like my son, he took his backpack, filled it full of books, and used my makeup stool chair, and he took it out of my bathroom, y'all, and stepped on it and did step ups. I said, "Wait, hold on, you on my chair? Are you serious?" But he worked out. You know what I'm saying? So that mentality will get him a long ways because he's not stuck in the pretty workout mentality, if that makes sense.
No, it makes a lot of sense. And
so
these kids are so privileged.
Yeah.
Hey,
privileged
Tracie, let me ask you, did you have one of those girl cry moments from a hit? Just really cried like a girl? Like really? Like
I don't think it actually came from a hit. I think it actually just crying because I got injured and I broke my ankle. And I think I just literally cried because I could not play anymore. I was done.
You cried that you couldn't
that.
play no more.
Yeah.
during?
Not from it hurting.
Yes. No, I got injured. I got hurt in like the first quarter. And and it actually was one of my teammates that hit me on with the top of her helmet on my ankle. And I was tackling somebody, and me and the girl were going out of bounds, and my teammate just kind of came through and kind of was cleaning up, I guess you could say. And I had my leg sticking out, and the top of her helmet shattered my ankle. And I was just literally crying because I was done for the rest of the game. I could not play anymore. I was it. But I rehab, came back in 6 weeks. I was out for 6 weeks, and I came right back. 6 weeks later,
I would have been done.
I was playing again.
I'd be like, that's it. That's it. That's it for me. I would have been done.
I was back. Yeah, I was back before we had like 2 regular season games, and I was back for the playoffs. So
yeah. So what did your husband say about it? You playing football?
He was like, he's very supportive, but first of all, I'm not married. So, but I did have a boyfriend. I did have a boyfriend at the time. And but he was like, "Hey babe, this is what you want to do. I'm going to support you, and we go out to the field and we catch and play ball and we run but he was very supportive, very, very supportive. So
that's good. That's good.
And now he's like, "Are you done yet?" And I'm like, "No, I'm gonna do another year."
Wait, so what's your favorite NFL team?
I have like 4 different teams.
Four?
Yes.
4. I never heard of that.
I know.
Who's your 4?
Yeah.
So I have Green Bay because I have a family member that plays for Green Bay, and of course I'm a Cowboy fan, and and I like the Los Angeles Rams. Yeah. And so. Those 3, well,
and what
those 3 they're my most teams. But
and you play corner? Is that what you said?
I play corner and safety. Yes, ma'am.
So who's your favorite corner?
Tremont Williams from the Green Bay Packers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Football in the play.
Football in the play.
I bet you be talking trash too, don't you?
I do. I do.
I be on the field. Y'all be talking trash.
Oh yeah. Women are grimy. we're really grimy. Everybody be like, "Oh, you just a girl." No, women are very vicious, and
Really, y'all be cursing each other out like?
Oh yeah. Cussing the referees out, cussing sometimes they cuss the coaches out. Don't let them get real mad. They cuss the coach out, they'll cuss the fans out, they'll cuss everybody out when they're real mad.
Oh my God.
Yeah, see, we're a different type of mad. When we get mad, it's a different type of mad. Everybody gonna get it.
Everybody, the dog,
everybody can get it.
Everybody
better not say that.
Don't say that. If a spider going by and he look like he gonna stop, you better not say nothing. I'm gonna smash somebody. So, man, well, listen, thank you, Tracie. It was great having you on the show. Can you tell everybody how to get a ticket or how to go to the website and just find out more information?
Yes. Website. It's Texas Elite Spartans, and our Facebook page is Texas Elite. So they can just go onto Texas Elite and they can get a ticket from there. But like I said, I'll keep there you go, TexasEliteSpartans.com. So you can hopefully everybody can keep up with the website, Facebook page, Instagram, and just see what's how the progress is going with the season. Hopefully we'll have a season.
What's your number?
Number 38.
38.
Hey,
38.
Tracie, tell everybody what you do on the side. I love the Friday's broadcast.
So hold on, my headphones went out. So I like I said, I'm a nurse, and I work for allergy asthma office. We do asthma, allergies, and immunology. So the immunology part of it is people that have a low immune system, they get sick all the time. They get infections all the time, and their body just can't fight it off because their immune system is low. So we give them an infusion every month. They come in once a month and they do infusions to help keep their immune system boosted. So this corona, it wouldn't be good at all for these type of patients, patients with asthma. It's just not good. So, we just tell people, keep your hands clean, stay in home. If you don't have to get out, don't be out. I understand people want to run. If you want to run and you want to go out and exercise, because I do, stay just kind of, if people that you don't know, I'm not saying the people that you're already housed up with, but people that you don't know, just keep your 6 feet distance, and you'll wash your hands, get your hand sanitizer, and you'll be fine.
Okay.
All right. Wait, she has another job too. Charles King, your podcast. Tell them about your podcast.
Yes. So I actually do on Friday nights from 7 to 9. I do a podcast show on relationships. So we pretty much talk about any and everything. It's kind of raw, uncut, uncensored. So we just give it to it like it is, raw and uncut. We talk about marriage, relationships, men,
vibrators,
women, huh?
Vibrators.
Everything. I am not responsible for anything that came out of my co-host's mouth. Okay.
There's a disclosure.
Yeah, there's a disclosure.
They talk about everything on the show. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Miss Karen.
Okay, we're gonna move on because I'm like, wait, did she just say?
She did. See, I wasn't gonna bring that up. But I'm glad one of your hosts brought it up.
Parents, me and Kawasaki are not responsible for Karen's comment a minute ago. Please don't hold that to us. Karen, you got look, Kawasaki, got to cover your face. Don't let nobody see who you are.
Oh God.
Oh my God. Okay, so tell us how they can, for the adults, not the children. How they can listen to the show.
So it's frmb.com. That's a disclaimer. But it's a Fishbowl Network. But I usually go live every Friday night from 5 to 7. I usually do a watch party because it's just a lot easier for everybody to find the website, because then you have to go to the FRMB I think it's .us website, and then you have to go to the Green Bowl or the Red Bowl. So it's just easier if everybody just tune in to the Facebook Live. We just do it like that. We just hold a watch party, and it's a lot easier. Okay. It's a lot easier.
Well, again, thank you, Tracie, for being a guest on the show.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Yes.
Can we talk sport? Come out and support you. Be there yelling and everything. So
definitely, I would enjoy that, and I'll get you guys some tickets.
Yes,
I really would like you guys
with our shirts on, yelling.
And come and interview the players. Yes.
Yeah, interview the players. Yeah. It will be fun.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. Get you guys some passes, some sideline passes.
Yes.
Yes.
I cheer.
Yeah. Hey.
Oh, baby.
We know how you do, Karen.
Yeah.
I'm cheerleading. Oh, Lord have mercy. So, all right. So, listen, this has been a great show. A lot of information. Females. Hey, if you want to play football, you just witnessed two females, two women, young girl and a woman that's saying, hey, come on, we can do this, So, moms, if your daughter want to play, I guess, hey, check out DasiaVu's book and find out more information about it. It's on Amazon. It's called Uniquely Made. Also, you could check out, what's the name of the team? Texas Elite
Spartans.
Yes. And, take your daughter to a football game and just at least let them see. And if you want need to know more about it, why don't you go see as a parent as well? So Well, this your girl Shannon at Can We Talk Sports. We will be back here next Sunday at 9 because Corona decides she's gonna hang around all week. So listen, you ain't got nothing else to do. Why don't you join in and watch us? We will be back next week also with Big Mama. Look at her.
Big Mama said she got something to say before Tracie leave. You're on mute, Big Mama. Technology, Big Mama.
I got something to say. Tracie, girl.
Yes, ma'am.
I want to come on a podcast. The other man is taking over. Girl, call me. I want to come on.
Go. Oh my God.
Hey, let's make that possible.
I just scrolled down. Girl. Yes, he is taking over. Do you hear me?
Yes, I love this show, baby. Can we talk sports?
Let's make it happen.
Yes, Big Mama is ready.
You cannot be shy.
No, Big Mama not shy.
Oh, she not shy.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Big Mama, that's why she came on. I know why she popped up.
Yes.
Say what she said.
I'm all in the private chat. Let me in the podcast.
Look,
baby,
Big Mama
I just saw like
Tracie.
I saw 3 shows. I was like, oh, baby, I got something to say.
You got to get creative through this stay home, huh? Coach, she about to get creative.
Okay, we need to end this show because we have kids probably watching this show, and we're going in a whole nother Tracie, why don't you just stay on? Because when the show ends, we can finish talking behind the green room. So this is your girl Shannon at Can We Talk Sports. We will see you next week. Oh Lord, Brian coming on. Oh Lord, we really got to get off the show. All right, so we'll see you next Sunday at 9. I'm Shannon.
And this is Kawashika.
And I'm Karen.
Have a great week. Bye.
Big Mama, baby.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, bye.